Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Wednesday. It is Self-Care Wednesday. I forgot to hide the mic. It's going to be a very short show today. Today's a travel day for me, so I have to leave pretty soon, but I have self-care cards. And just for can't wait to see what that one was. Put that one aside. Ooh. It's another one. And let's see. One more shuffle. Really? Maybe we'll just go from the top, yeah? So, alright, there we go. We'll go from the top on these two, just in case. I also have the original self-care box. I know, I'm excited! So, yeah, you know what? I can't even remember what I put in there. So, let's get rolling with these. Number one, pleasure. Pleasure. I know they're backwards. Get over it. So, pleasure. Now, pleasure can be a lot of things. Do things. Oh, I see. If you note the card, they're talking about the pleasure. So, but you know what? Why not? Right? Whether you have someone or don't have someone, explore yourself, love yourself, be everything you want to be and more for yourself. You know, we always look at these kind of cards like tea. In fact, the first time I got this card, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I turned bright red. My chest turned red because I was so nervous. I started scratching and but you know, you see, there I go. But it's not a nervous giggle anymore. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's how I used to be. But it's a very natural thing. Okay, I know people are afraid of the word masturbation, but it's a very natural thing. And you know, we have these erogenous zones, we have these pleasure zones, and people think, oh, I don't have anybody. So, you know, hey, when you don't have someone, you got to figure out how to take care of yourself. So don't be ashamed of it. Okay. Don't, you know what? I know that there's a lot of things out there that will tell you, no, it's bad. No, it's this. No, it's that. It's a very natural thing. All right. So God wants you to be happy. All right. The universe and your higher powers want you to be happy. So, and you want to be happy. So let off some of that steam there, kids. Number two, deep breathing. Remember, there is the count of 4, 7, 8, which is breathe into the count of 4, hold it for the count of 7, breathe out to the count of 8. Now, I don't want anyone to pass out, okay? So you can always just breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe into there's also the other one. Breathe into the count of 8, exhale to the count of 8. No hold. Just breathe into the count of 8 and exhale to the count of 8. You can start 1 through 8 and then go 8 to 1. So whichever way you want to do it, like I said, I don't want anyone to pass out. So work your way up to the 4, 7, 8, because the 4, 7, 8 for people who don't normally do deep breathing exercises, it can be a bit much and can make you a little lightheaded. So, no, I don't speak from experience, but when I first started doing deep breathing, I tried to do the very advanced kind, because I didn't realize it was advanced. And it was just kind of like, whoa, that was kind of a euphoric feeling. But no, don't do that, because you don't want to pass out. And also, if you're going to do the deep breathing in the car, pay more attention to the road, but just do don't close your eyes, okay? Not while you're driving, but, you know, sometimes you just need to calm down, right? So you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your breath, you know, so just give yourself time if you're stressing out on the road. But do not close your eyes and do not do the meditative breathing. So create an altar. That's more of a metaphysical thing for some people, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, we automatically associate altars with religion, but altars don't necessarily have to be religion. An altar is a place of things that you are grateful for. You know, it could be for your deities that you turn your higher focus to. It could be to the universe. It could be your kind of physical vision board. You know, an altar is a place that you can meditate towards, you can look at, that you put precious things on there that mean a lot to you. So, and like I said, a lot of times it is dedicated to a specific deity, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. An altar has a lot of different variations. An altar has a lot of different meanings to a lot of different people. So, in fact, Pinterest it or Google it. So, you know, I would say Pinterest, because Pinterest is more the creative thing. If you Google it, you're probably going to get like 5 bazillion different types of churches. So, you know, just be careful with that. But, or not be careful, but just, you know, do your due diligence. Abundance planning. Abundance planning. Now, abundance planning can be a lot of different things. I have to take off my glasses for this one. This is a little close. Living expenses, education, business, self-development, savings, travel, free. Keep track of your finances. Don't stop when you're hungry. Oh, don't shop. Don't stop. Don't stop when you're hungry. Starve yourself. No, don't shop when you're hungry. Sorry, yeah, don't shop when you're hungry, because sometimes you're going to end up with 5 bazillion things you absolutely do not need. And all of them are going to be bad for you. That one, I speak from experience. I know, I'm guilty. I am guilty. I have no shame. I am guilty of that. But, so yeah, just be careful. Just be careful with that one. But abundance planning can be good. You can get a little journal. You can get a cheap notebook from, Target or the supermarket or whatever is near you. That's a shop wherever in the world you are. Your local shop. You can get a cheap like I said, it doesn't have to be ultra fancy, especially if you're just doing an abundance planner. Just whatever tickles your funny bone, whatever makes you happy, whatever brings you joy. Personally, when it comes to stuff like that, like gratitude and stuff, I actually find the spiral notebooks to be a little more helpful because, the pages turn easier. You can draw stuff in it. There's a lot more room. But you know me, I'm a journal whore. Straight up. I am a journal whore and I'm a pen whore. And I cannot get enough of either of them. And I have expanded my horizons back to the spiral notebooks. So, which I decorate the front. I put stickers on them. I draw on them. Depending what color they are. If they're not a certain colors, I'll get like the glitter pens and stuff like that. So, age is not a factor when it comes to decorating your stuff. All right, just think big, think small. Connect with crystals. Not everybody's jam, but I got mine. Got my obsidian, got my moonstone, light and dark, baby, my yin and yang. But yeah, connect with crystals. Now, a lot of people will sit there and go, you know what, that's all bullshit, it's not real, it's blah blah blah. That's okay. You don't have to try to convince anybody, because you know it's real. You know it helps, even if it's just some pretty fun decorative piece. Right? It brings a certain energy to the room. But I will say this. If you are a person who has a pretty decorative piece and it happens to be a crystal, please, please, please make sure that you sage it or Palo Santo it or spray it with holy water or whatever you got to do, because it even if you don't believe, you don't want it to stop working for you. You want to charge it with all the light. And a lot of times your home may feel super great and all of a sudden you're like, oh, why is it so gloomy in here? Why is it so blah in here? It's because the crystals, they're full. You gotta delete the cookies. You gotta delete the cache, right? You gotta delete, it's like a computer. You gotta delete all the crap that's slowing it down. So just, like I said, be careful if you have selenite in your house. That is water soluble. If you put water on it, it's going to melt or it's going to break down in its consistency. But like I said, this isn't to push people out of the comfort zones. I'm not telling you to believe in crystals, but I am asking you, if you do have them in your house and you are not metaphysically based, you just think it's something pretty, please, please, please. If you have a friend who's metaphysical, or Google it, sage it, put some nice light into it, put it out in the sun, put it out in the moonlight, whichever, let it recharge. Okay, if you don't have direct access to it, maybe it's a big piece that it's hard to move, then, give it some love, just bless it, say a prayer over it. Whatever you want to do to let it know that you're thinking about it and that you're clearing all the crap off of it, wiping all the bad energy and all the bad juju off of it. So that's your lesson for today. The next one, intuition. We call this the Spidey instinct. Dun, 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 dun. So your intuition. Have you ever been walking or driving and all of a sudden you have a normal way that you go home and something tells you, I better not go that way. Maybe I'm going to go a different way. And maybe it just feels very whimsical. I'm just going to do something different today. And then when you get home, you find out that something horrible happened on that way you might have been walking, or the way you were driving. I have had times when I've been, walking stupidly at night, but sometimes when I used to go on my midnight drive, I would get out of the car. But, I would only get out of the car in safe places where there was a lot of people, okay? Because, I usually drive through LA. And one of the reasons I would drive through LA is because I could pull over and just walk around because there were a lot of people. But there have been times when, I've thought, well, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't stop over here and walk around for a bit. And then there have been accidents, like right there. One time, Sissy and I were out for a drive, and she's like, hey, let's go into Little Santa Monica. Let's go to the Cupcake ATM, blah, 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 blah. And we started going out there, and then I was like, all of a sudden, she's like, you know what? Can we just drive up and down the streets for a little bit? And sure enough, when we were coming back to go to the Cupcake ATM, there was an accident right where we would have turned. So, and the car was literally sitting on its side. And, Sissy Joe is a little morbid. Can we pull over and see what's happening? It's like, all right, fine, But, you always have the look you lose. But at least we weren't holding up traffic. So I pulled over for her. And I can't say that it doesn't, you sit there and you pray and you hope these people are okay. Especially when the cars are like that. But, we remember going up the street and hearing something. And then coming back and going, whoa. So, you never know what your intuition is going to do for you. So listen to your spidey instincts, all right? If something is telling you not to do something and it is basically screaming at you from the inside, listen to it, all right? All right, I know, I talk to you like you're my kids, all right? So let's see. That was a massage. Get your massage. Connect with fire. Be careful if you do that. Take a walk. Take a walk on the wild side. But no, I know. Wasn't that a song? I can't remember who sang that song. But, yeah, oh God, I can see him in, was it Lou Reed that sang Take a Walk on the Wild Side? I don't remember. Going back to my youth here. So, but yeah, take a walk. Take a nice walk. I envy people who live in these really, really pretty places that can just, or busy places that can go walk around. I live in a suburb, so not much to see here. Really not much to see here. If I want to see anything or even walk in nature, I've got to drive to it. And the drives aren't always close. And anybody who knows Southern California knows that our traffic blows here. So all the major cities in California just have really bad traffic problems. San Francisco, LA, Orange County, San Diego. And of course, LA, Orange County, and San Diego, they're like triplets. They're like siblings. So, it's bad, but yeah, take a walk somewhere. And you know what, if you find the walk to be boring, put on some music. Just lose yourself in the music and just start to see if you can notice anything. I started when I was walking, and I should get back to walking, I would start to get bored. So I started looking at all the street names. And funny enough, I didn't realize this. I lived here for like 10 years before I noticed, because I started training for 5Ks. And I started noticing that all the streets were Scottish related. So it's like, there's like Kilt Avenue, Hamer Street, and I think Hamer is where, I looked it up, but I think that's where a place where they used to import some of these big stones from. But it also might be a place in Scotland, I don't know. But there's a lot of other places over there. I'm just like, how did I never notice this? This is what happens when you look up. So, tuck your phone away. If you have your earphones on, tuck your phone away. They have little things that you can wear, like that you can put your phone in. Especially like they make them for runners or joggers or walkers. So do that. Energy work. Give love to your chakras. See? This is your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown. All right? Those are your 7 chakras. Believe it or not, there are more than these these are your main spinal energy centers, but there are a ton. I had no idea how many chakras were in the body. But think about it. We are mostly made of water and energy, right? And I don't mean energy like the energy you have to go running around. Well, kind of. But, we're made of water and energy. Your soul is energy. So be kind to it. Treat it well. Treat it nicely, and it will do nice things for you. Aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is always fun, but if you have essential oils and you have fur babies, please, 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 please be careful. Especially you have diffusers. Diffusers will let off that mist, right? And it can land on the floor and it can get into the little toe beans of your babies, your fur babies. So be careful with that. And if you have children, make sure they don't get into it and drink it, because sometimes it smells so lovely they might think, ooh, candy. It is not. So just be careful with that, all right? Health checkup. Health checkup. Go get you checked. Go get you checked. Oh, you know what? I just thought of someone who needs to call her doctor and get her health checkup. So, not calling anybody out, sibling. Oh, oops. Write a gratitude list. Be thankful for everything. You know, a lot of times we sit there and we wait to be thankful for when something big happens, right? Oh, maybe you maybe you inherited some money, or maybe you came into some money, or, maybe you found like a $5 bill on the ground. You're like, oh my God, this is so great. Thanks. But be grateful before you have these things. Be grateful for the roof over your head. Not everybody has one. Be grateful for the liquid that you can put into your body and the nice cups that they can come in, right? Sorry, now I'm thirsty. Because not everybody has fresh water. Not everybody has the fancy cups. I actually colored mine. It was solid black, so I did my best. I know, pretty good though, right? I know, I'm patting myself on the back. Be grateful for everything. Your technology, like I said, the roof over your head, the air conditioning, the heater, all these beautiful, wonderful things that we take for granted because they're just a part of our daily life. The car you might drive, or the vehicles that might take you where you need to go. The clothes you're wearing, your glasses. I mean, when I take off my glasses, I feel like the dude from the Twilight Zone. It's, for some reason, the title of of that episode is escaping me, but it's my favorite one with Burgess Meredith. And he loves to read, and he ends up surviving this end of the world disaster. And then, I don't want to give it away because it's a good one, but I'll try to think of the name of it. In fact, sibling might know it, but yeah, it's a good one. I don't want to give it away, so anyway. But yeah, I kind of feel like I guess I kind of gave it away, but ignore what I said. But just no, I feel like that sometimes. So write a gratitude list, and remember, when you put it down, I'm so happy and grateful for, say, my little pet shark that came in my drink. My Aussie Jawsy drink. They put grenadine in it. You pour it into this blue looking drink, which was fabulous. The guy definitely had a heavy pour. But, and it looks like somebody died in my drink. I know, I'm terrible. But, just, something like that. I'm grateful for my London box. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be grateful. When you write down your gratitude, always say, thank you, thank you, thank you. You let the universe and your higher powers know that you give a shit. All right. And the last one, clear your energy field. Like you would clear a crystal, you can clear that. Or what I do with other people is I just tell them, when you take a deep breath in, imagine that this white light, your aura, is just expanding into like a bubble, and then when you inhale, imagine it just coming into you and just disappearing within you and kind of just cleaning all this off. You can also just kind of, like you're dusting off fur. I would say dust, but I have cats. So if you're dusting off fur or something, just imagine you're dusting off your energy field. Ask someone to get you from behind. And if they might look at you sideways or with a million heads, you say, you know what? It's just something I believe in. And, but, oh, there she said it was either too much time or not enough time. I think it was not enough time. Not enough time might be the episode from the Twilight Zone. And it was back in the old Rod Serling days. So, Burgess Meredith, I think, is since gone. And for the kids out there who don't know who Burgess Meredith is, he was Rocky's coach in Rocky. The first and second Rocky? The first and second Rocky? I don't remember. But that's him. So anyways, and I'm sure he had other shows, but that's where I remember him from. But and besides the Twilight Zone episode. But anyways, yeah, you can just have someone wipe you off the back, or just get a towel and whew. So there's all different things that you can do. Now, let's break out the London box. Like I said, I can't remember what's in here, so I know there's self-care tips, but I think they're fun ones. So some of them might be repeats. I'm not sure. Oh, journal. Journal, journal, journal. So journal. Do your journaling. Like I said, you can get a cheap old notebook. You can get a fancy one. You can get both if you want. For my shadow work and for my deep healing work, I actually used a spiral notebook because, like I said, it's a lot easier to write in. But that's everybody's different, right? I mean, come on, look. Even my planners are elaborate. But I do have a journal here. I didn't realize I had one here, and a lot of crap. But yeah, this one is The Universe Has Your Back. It's actually my mental health journal. So I feel like if I ever start dating somebody and it gets serious, this is probably something good for them to look at. Like, yeah, these are my triggers and all that. But as you can see, not everything is filled up. I am huge on tabs. I'm a Capricorn, guys. We get a little overly organized, even though my life is semi-chaotic outside of here. I mean, everything's a mess. My depression really got the better of me, and my house kind of paid for it. But, that aside, we can be very organized. So, yeah, but journals are amazing. And don't be ashamed of putting tabs on there. The reason I put tabs on there is the journal, and I'm sharing this because it is Self-Care Wednesday, and it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. I have the happening, acceptance, forgiveness, happy thoughts, balance, emotional whole, and cravings. So, and a lot of this stuff I put, deep breaths for 60 seconds, find peace. I have a little turtle because I love little honus. They're some of my favorites. Penguins, honus. Actually, I love animals, but they just stand out for me. Follow the flow. And that one says, I let love direct my life. So, stickers and all these other things. And, I have another turtle and elephants migrating. So there's really no wrong way to do any of this, and for this one I like it because it says little things. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. When we start to change the way we see things, the world starts to look a little brighter and it looks a little more acceptable. So diffuse essential oils, we have already had that one, but I also put pet friendly flavors. Okay, pet friendly ones. So I'm sure there's somebody out there who has been very mindful about pets and has probably started to try to develop essential oil that is pet friendly. Sleep. Get enough sleep. Do you get enough sleep? Because if you don't, you should. And let's see. Say a prayer. Whether you're religious or not, a prayer can be to any deity, not necessarily just God. That if that's your higher power, then go for it. I pray to God. But I have a lot of other people at my spiritual table, or a lot of other deities at my spiritual table. But, he's like my main dude because that's the one I grew up with. So, but whoever you turn your higher power to, it could be the universe. You could ask your angels. Angels are non-denominational. They will sit there and go, hey, whatever you need, let me know, and I'll do my best. But remember, this or something better. And last but not least, oh man, talk about your angels giving you a slap in the face. Eat a salad or a smoothie. I'm giggling because, hello. Eat a salad or a smoothie. I know. They've been, all the cards that have been coming up lately for me have been like exercise, healthful changes, la la la. But that's kind of because I've been putting that out there. Like, I need to do this. I need to make this. And maybe comfort food, as long as it is not emotional eating. Sometimes we have a bad day and we think, you know what? I deserve a nice glass of whatever, wine or beer, or for me, Guinness or white wine, or straight up hard alcohol. Sometimes we just need those moments where we just need to and wash the day off of us, right? But if you are feeling like you have a hole inside of you, I do not recommend the emotional eating, because that's how it gets bad and that's how it starts and it's horrible. So you could take a walk, but yeah, or make a smoothie, or make yourself a shake, right? You can have some ice cream in there and everything, but whatever you do it healthfully. So that's your self-care stuff for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Please take care of yourselves. That's the importance of self-care. Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow. No idea what I'm going to talk about yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with something because I always do. So again, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow I may be a little later because I'm making an airport run. So yeah, I'm not sure if it'll be on time or not. It might be later, it might be earlier, but at some point, whatever time it is, I will probably go live. Whether it's in the morning or the afternoon, because I might be meeting a friend tomorrow morning as well. So yeah, I will make sure that I do the Aloha perspectives tomorrow. All right. So again, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you sometime tomorrow. Have a great day.